We all know that life is a journey, but do we really know what it takes to take the full advantage of it and leave behind a mark on your existence? Well, if the answer is no, then this video is for you. If it's yes, then this video is also for you, as it contains some information that you might not have even considered. According to various studies, most people don't feel the need to be prepared for the future. This is a problem because the future can come faster than you think. In this video, we are going to look at 10 things that everyone should know before it's too late. Number 10. Learn how to manage your personal finance. Maybe you've heard this before. The best time to plant a tree is 20 years ago. The second best time is today. That's a saying that means you should be investing and saving for the future, but you're probably not sure how. If you're young and just starting out, this may seem like an intimidating topic. You may not even know where to start. But if you want to build wealth over the long term, it's important to understand how your money works and what you need to do with it. Here are some things to learn before it's too late. How much money do I need? This question can be difficult because there are many factors that influence your ability to save money and invest it well. Your age, income level and family situation all play a role in determining what kind of financial situation you're in. However, the general rule of thumb is that the older you get, the more financial responsibility goes with it, which means there will be less discretionary spending available for other things like entertainment or travel. Number 9. Never waste time in bullshit things. The most important thing you can do is to never waste time in bullshit things. I know this sounds obvious, but it's not as easy as it sounds. We're all busy people, and we're all looking for ways to save time and make our lives easier. But the most fundamental way to save time is to never waste it in the first place. The reason I'm so adamant about this is because I used to be very much like everyone else. When I was a kid, I spent hours getting dressed up every morning and going out with my friends on weekends. Before long, however, I discovered that there was one thing that made life better: having more free time at home. It wasn't just having more free time, it was having more free time when there wasn't anything special going on at school or work or wherever else you might find yourself spending your days. The best thing about being an adult is having the freedom to choose how you spend your days and nights. All of this talk about how much more productive we are when we're not tied down by responsibilities makes me want to scream at you from the rooftops. Don't become so busy that you lose sight of what really matters. Number 8. Do what you love. You don't have to be good at something to do it. You don't have to be happy doing it. But you do have to love it. Doing what you love is one of the most important decisions in your life, and yet most people hesitate to make it. They're afraid they won't be able to make enough money at what they really love, or that they won't find a way to pay the bills while doing it, so instead they end up working at jobs they hate for years on end, or else they take on side projects that never amount to much more than a hobby. Yet if you're going to succeed in anything, you need to do something that matters deeply to you, because only then will you put your entire being into it, and when that happens the results will show up everywhere. When we're passionate about something, we can see clearly how others benefit from our work. When we're not passionate about something, we just see them as customers or clients or whatever. Passion is the key ingredient in great businesses, and in great lives as well. Number 7. Stop overthinking. Overthinking is the enemy of creativity and productivity. It's a very common problem we all experience in our daily lives, and it can be a big distraction when you want to get work done. When you overthink something, your brain starts thinking about all the different possible ways that thing could go wrong. For example, if you're trying to write an essay about your favorite topic, but instead of just sitting down and writing, You spend hours worrying about how good or bad it will be, then chances are you'll never get it done. But this isn't just true for essays. Overthinking is often a bigger problem in other areas of life as well. If you ever wonder why so many people are afraid of starting new businesses or taking risks with their finances, it's because they are constantly weighing every option against each other and asking themselves which option will lead to success. Number 6. Take calculated risk. In life, there is always some element of risk involved. No one knows what the future holds, and even the most carefully laid plans can go awry. That's why it's important to take calculated risks, to weigh the potential rewards against the potential losses, and to make decisions based on a thoughtful analysis of the situation. Of course, even calculated risks can sometimes lead to negative outcomes. But without taking risks, we would never achieve anything. So go ahead and take that leap of faith, and see where it takes you. Number 5. Work hard for what you want. Your work ethic will be the most important thing in your life. You need to know that you are working hard for something worthwhile, whether it is a project or a person. You need to know that you are making an effort, not just doing something for the sake of having done it. Your work ethic is the foundation of everything else, because if you don't have one, then nothing else matters much. Work hard for what you want, because without knowing what your goals are, there's no way that you can get there. When people ask me how I got where I am today, I tell them my story, and they're usually surprised that my story doesn't end with, "I started by taking a few courses online," or "I started by writing a bunch of articles." Yes, it took some time, but it wasn't easy at all. Number 4. Don't allow people kill your dream. The best way to kill your dreams is by allowing people to kill them for you. People will always try to tell you that your dream is impossible or not worth doing. They'll tell you that you're not good enough, or they'll say it's too risky or too expensive. And, in a way, they're right. Those things can be true of any dream, but the truth is that nobody ever gets anywhere by listening to those voices inside their head. You've got to listen to your inner voice, because if you don't listen, then those voices get louder and louder until they're all you hear. That's how it happened last time around with me and my writing. I let all these voices drown out mine, and my vision became blurry. And now here we are. Me living in a tiny apartment with 2 cats and no money for food. Me working at Starbucks because it pays better than unemployment. Me writing about making money online instead of making money online myself. Me with no friends or family besides my parents, who have been forced into retirement because they can't afford health care anymore. Me sitting around wishing that someday I could get back what was taken away from me. Number 2. Know everything is temporary. It is said that all is temporary in this world. This statement is true, but it does not mean that everything is impermanent. It means that everything will change, and nothing lasts forever. Every material thing in the universe has its own time of existence. For example, the sun will rise and set every day, but it will also go through different stages of life cycles. Its life cycle includes rising from the east, setting in the west, and then gradually becoming cooler over time until it is a cold star again. Even your body has a life cycle. When you are born, you are a baby. When you are 20 years old, you become an adult. When you are 50 years old, you become an elderly, and finally when you die, your body becomes dust and then disappears forever. Even though all things change over time, there are still some things which do not change at all because they have no beginning or end of their existence. For example, you or me cannot be destroyed nor created because we already exist from eternity past. These 3 groups. Number 1. Don't waste your primary years. The primary years are the most important years of your life, because they are when you learn how to think. The primary years are when you become an independent and mature person who can make decisions for yourself. The only way to do this is to build a solid foundation of knowledge, skills and character in those years. You can't do that without knowing what's going on around you, so activities like reading books and playing with friends are essential. But don't waste those years by doing things that aren't important. If you're still in elementary school, then reading is reading. If you're in high school, then reading is homework. If you're in college, then reading is studying for exams. Don't waste your primary years by doing any of these things. Surfing the web, playing video games, watching TV, going out with friends, getting drunk or stoned, or both, hanging out at parties or clubs. All of these activities are useful only as distractions from learning, and they distract people from learning all the time. Thanks for watching. Make sure to subscribe for more videos like this.